students. Today we are discussing about a sample website using HTML, Basic, PHP and MySQL. This is a sample application for student management system. That is, this website is for store students' data and its stakeholders are admin and students. The admin has the provision for add, view, edit and delete option for the course and batch also. Then also has the provision to view students' data, that is, students' data are all added by students itself by login, but the admin has the only provision to view these data. The students has a provision to enter a student by himself and get username and password. Then the student can log in using his username and password and has the provision to view basic details and update our own profile with more details. So look at this website. Here, this is the homepage of our sample website. We can see that the header portion, it includes certain links such as home, about us, sign in and sign up. And we can also see a banner image for this template and is followed by some contents. Then we have seen a portion that is footer of this website. Footer contains the copyright options and admin login. These are the homepage contents, that is header, it is followed by banner image, then some contents and the footer. Okay, here we see an about us link. It contains the information about this website. Then the next link is sign in or login. This is our login page for students. For new account, click on the sign in link. First, we can see the admin part of our website. For that, we log in as an admin. The admin login link is in the footer of our website because it's for the security. In most of the website, we can see admin login in the footer. This is a login page for admin and username and password are mandatory fields. If these text boxes are null, we click on the login button, we can see the mandatory field validation and required field validation. Then enter the username and password of the admin. The username and password of admin are defaultly be set in the MySQL. If the username and password is invalid, we can see a message box with message invalid username or password. Otherwise, it is valid. We can see the admin dashboard and then we can see a message welcome to admin in the header portion of our website. And also see the certain links such as home, course, batch, etc. Admin dashboard is a brief summary of our website. That is, here we can see the count of courses offered in our college, count of batches, count of students that are used of our website and count of students in each course, etc. So we cannot see the banner image or any other feature in the admin dashboard. In the admin side, first we look at the course link. Here we can see that courses that are already added in the databases and also we can see edit and delete option. These contents are not clear, so I zoom the window for clear the data. Okay, that is, these are courses that are already added. For adding new course, click on the Add New button. This is a course registration form. It contains two text boxes. For enter course name and short name. Initially, we can check the required field validation for this form. That is, these fields are mandatory. The text boxes are null. I click on the save button. Here we can see the validation. Please fill out this field. This is a required field validation for test boxes. Then I enter numeric value in these test boxes and click on Save button. Here we see that pattern validation. Please fill in the request format. That is, this validation is for cannot enter numeric value in these test boxes. We can use pattern validation for text, numbers, email, contact and password as commonly. So, I enter valid input value for these test boxes. That is, I enter the course name Bachelor of Computer Application and short name BCA in these test boxes and click on the Save button. Here we can see a message box, course details successfully registered. That is, these data are successfully added to the database. So we can see the new entry Bachelor of Computer Application in this table. Then let me check. We can again insert the same value for the table. So enter the value Bachelor of Computer Application as course name. Then click on the Save. Here we can see an already exist alert and this value is not inserted in the table. That is, once a value is in this table, then this value is not inserted again. This is the already exist validation. Very important. This is the already exist validation. So, I enter a new input value, Master of Computer Application, then click on the Save. Here we can see new input value in this table. Then, we can edit the new entry by clicking the Edit option. Here, we can see data is filled in the test box. That is, previously added course entry Bachelor of Computer Application is filled in the test box and edit these values, then click on Update button. A message box will appear, course details successfully updated. The data is updated successfully to the database. So, we can see the updated data in the table. Then, we can also delete this entry by clicking Delete option. We can see a message box, course details successfully deleted. The data is deleted from the database, so we cannot see that data in the table. The next link for batch. We can see already added batch entries in this table and we can add a new entry for batch. Enter the batch name 2018-20 in the text box and click on the Save button. We can see the new entry 2018-2020 is in the table and here is also Edit and Delete options. Then another link is student. Now there is no student details in the table. For that we can enter a student detail. So log out the admin side and for creating new account on the sign up link. Here we can see the form with the basic details of the students such as name, course and batch, etc. In this course is a drop down box, that is we can see the course values Bachelor of Computer Application, value Master of Computer Application, etc. that are added by the admin. The batch value are also added by the admin. Then I enter the name Joe, the course as Bachelor of Computer Application, batch as 2018-20, username as joe@gmail.com and password as Joe. Then let me check. Admin can see this student data. So log in as admin again and take the student link. See, now we can see the previously added student name Joe and its details also. it contains more details option. We can see the more details of student. If the student is not update the profile, we can see a message box for the student is not updated the profile. Otherwise, we can see the more details. Here, Joe cannot update his profile. So, we can see the message, the student is not updated profile when clicking the more details option. Okay. Then we can update the profile when login as student with Joe, username and password. Then click on the logout button and take the sign in page. Here enter username and password of Joe. If the username and password is invalid, we can see the message box invalid username or password. Otherwise, we can see the student home page now. Here we can see the student's basic details. Then we update our profile by clicking the update profile link. Enter other details such as gender, house name, email, etc. and click on update button. These details are updated. Once we can update these data are also filled in the text boxes. Then for login as admin, we can see the details Joe. So I log out this page and login as admin. Then take the student details link. Here we see Joe details and click on more details option. Then we can see the more details of Joe. That means the student is updated his profile. And the another link is report. We already discussed about the reports, types of reports, etc. Here we can see the reports. Initially is a course report. Here we choose the name of course Bachelor of Computer Application in drop down and click on view. Now we can see the details of the students in the course, that is we can see the Joe's details. Here also we can see the export option. That means when we click on export, this data is exported in the Excel. Now we can see the Excel file and please listen to the Excel file. The Joe's details, the students details can view now. Okay. Then the next report, that is pie chart for showing count of the students in each courses. Here we can see the count of student when we moving the courses into the pie chart. So, dear all, this is our sample website contain 2 stakeholders. Thank you.